Are we live? I don't know. Let me see my thingy. Yeah, we are live. It seems like we're live. Yep, I am live. Hello, everyone. Woo! It's been a crazy day today, but don't save thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see this. If this works better. My camera stopped. Is it? Did my camera broke? I think it did. I think my camera just died. Some reason. Are we back? I don't know. Let's check, because I had to restart the damn thing. Are we live? Let's see if we are. Seems like we are. Alright, cool. Awesomeness. So, how you guys been? Hello, Alexander. Did I unfroze? Or am I still frozen? Am I still frozen? My camera should look better today. I fixed a freaking issue with it, and now it should look better. So, how you guys been? I've been trying to... I was trying to make Maya work. I don't know, Maya always has issues, I don't know. Whenever I try to do something with it, it's just never works. Never works. I don't know why. Maya never works for me. Hey Max. Russia, wow. Cool, man. Let me fix my chat because it's not gonna work. Hopefully this doesn't break my camera again. Let's see. Okay, now seems like it's fine. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so there's really no topic for today, so if you guys want to talk about anything or ask questions, go ahead. We're just gonna hang out today. If you have questions, please go ahead and ask your questions, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. So yeah, that's the thing today. If you want to ask questions, go ahead and ask them. I will tell you about some stuff. Let me put my camera a little bit higher. There we go. Juanlu, Madrid. Yeah, I want to go to Madrid. I will tell you about a few things, and let me open my. This is all you can see. That's all my tasks for tab 2. I've been doing a lot of work, and I'm gonna show you something new that I did for tab 2. Move this over there. I did a lot of stuff this week. I'm gonna release it maybe tomorrow, the new version. So yeah, first thing is you can see this guy is now here. This guy, the settings button, I put it here, so it's gonna be always there in any size because he was having issues. That button was on different parts when I was changing sizes. Yeah. Hey Juan Lu, thank you. I love them too as well. It's really cool. So I also have a version number here now in the settings. So whenever you're whenever you report an issue or something, you can tell me which version you're using, so I know how to help you better. Let me move this something over here. Wow. But yeah, I did some people are testing tab 2, so someone required or did a request actually for this. Let's create something. Now you can see there's some icons here on this side, and these icons are to add those button that tool to the queue. So you can see you can add it there instead of pressing control space, which you can also do, but now you can also just do it like that. Just do that. And also now you can search with words with spaces. That is a recent change. Before you had to type space like this. Now it just works as well if you just type without spaces. So yeah, this is a new thing. You can add tools to your queue like that, and then just create the whole bunch. Also, this if you save, let's save material. Let's put first UV texture, add it, material, and a null. And then if we save this, pressing F1, let's call this texturing. Now if we open it back, you can see there's even a message here in the network view. It shows a message. Let's do it that again. Just pay attention to this area, UVT, and let's add that and a material. I always do this, and just save this, and it's gonna call this texturing 2. You can see here there's a message here that it's been saved. So now if we open the aliases, you can see we have a bunch of aliases here, and now we can remove them. This was a recent change as well. You can see if I don't want this texturing thing, I can remove it, and it's gonna tell me, are you sure you want to delete that, because it's not undoable, I'm warning you. And then you click it, and you can say it was deleted, and it's not there anymore. So yeah, you have these new buttons to remove macros or aliases and adding them to the queue, which is really cool. Also, when you're creating multi-tools, like at this level is where you will create it more. You dot 5. So before it was X5, but that the letter X conflicts with some tools, so I changed that to be geo.5, which is basically multiplying that. Hey yo, what's up? So now you can do that, and you will create 5 copies of that. But if you want them to be connected, like let's say you want to create 5 bones, let's put a bone, and I want to create 5 bones, but you want the bones connected, you can press shift and enter. Now you have your bones connected. Whenever you have a node, let's create a null, and yeah, you want to put bones under this null. You don't have to press shift and enter. You just create however amount of bones you want. They will connect them. It kind of knows that, alright, you want them connected. It's not unreasonable, but when you don't have anything connected but you still want them to be connected, you can just press shift enter, and it will create the nodes there, which is pretty cool. What else? Oh, the calculator was having issues with small numbers like that, 3 dot something. So now it's fixed. 3.14 times 2, that's pi times 2. That works now. It's working now. What else? Oh, somebody reported that pressing the enter on the numpad, it wasn't working. So now it works. So you can press enter in the keyboard. You can even press enter in this or here now. It works anyway in any enter you press now. Small details, small details. Rendering, cool. So you can join us here. What else did I do? I did the groups. Now create the proper group because we were creating the wrong kind of group. So here that group was creating the old group, and now we have the new group. Hey, Mary boy. Is it a great idea to have character animation in Houdini? Yeah, you can do character animation in Houdini. I don't see anything missing in Houdini to animate. It's pretty solid. So yeah, now the group, it's working. And another thing that I did, which is really important, and some people were having issues with this, is that now you can actually, let's delete this group. You can actually select from the viewport, create the tool here now with that, create a group, and you will have that selection. It was failing. This wasn't working, but now it works. So anything works in the viewport now. Transforming, it works. Soft transform, it works. Oh, what the hell? I had something else selected there. Soft transform. There we go. It works. So yeah, now whatever you have in the viewport selected, it will transfer to your tools group. You can see there's the selection. Cool. Okay, so and the other thing I did, I added support for QLive. This morning, actually, I was watching Jeff's webinar, and he mentioned QLive, and I was like, yeah, I don't have support for QLive. So while I was watching the stream, I actually added support for QLive. You can see now we have QL. And this is an external library. If you want to, if you type QL and you have nothing, it's because this is an external library. Seems like star is not working. Should look into that because this camera works. Not sure why that star is not working. Yeah, seems like not even their own tool works. Okay, so it's a issue on their side, alright. Okay, nice to know. So QLive, it's supported now if you wanna use that stuff. I'm gonna start using it because Jeff says it's cool, so I'm gonna start using it. So yeah, there it is. Bend. They have their own bend tool. And they say it's really cool and it's more intuitive. I've been hearing that a lot, but I didn't want to mix external tools and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing this stuff. So okay, so hey Gary, what's up? So Alexander's saying, can you explain how to fix incorrect topology when you model something using a blueprint in Houdini? Also, any tips to avoid bad topology? Alright, yeah, I was actually teaching Houdini to somebody recently, and beginners, hey Planet Mecon. Hey Planet, I'm gonna cut it like right there. I don't want to get trolled. Like I like those videos when viewers troll the streamers. So I'm careful to not be in troll. I don't want to be in one of those videos getting trolled. Oh man, those videos are funny. I don't know. I laugh of the stupidest things. So yeah, beginners do a lot of stuff wrong, but only because they don't know that it's wrong. But let's do a few examples. Let's create a box. So something like let me explain this with a grid actually. Oh, that's an exa. There's an exa grid from QL. Oh, that's nice. But actually, I think this is, well, it's kind of a shortcut, I guess. Divide, compute wall. That's not the same. It's kind of skewed, this one. But yeah, it's cool that they have an extra grid. So let's say I'm a beginner and I want to do a wall because I'm going to model a house. So I select this area here and I start extruding this. Let me put the poly modeling here and I'm going to extrude this and then you do this and I'm pretty happy. I did what I wanted. But this is totally wrong. This is what it's called a non-manifold. Non-manifold edges, basically. So you shouldn't be doing this ever. This is not right. If you want to do something like this, you should do it like, if you want a wall there, like that, you either extrude the whole thing, like the whole faces, like that. So you're basically kind of always trying to have like something that wraps around the surface. You never want to have something like this. Something that is like a T shape like that. And there's tools in Houdini to fix these issues. Like there's the doctor, the poly doctor. It's one, you can see it's a fucking nice icon. Just have such a good time looking at those icons. I've been using Houdini for years and never saw really those icons. Now we can see them. You can see the poly doctor can fix a few things. It can also just mark what is right, and you can see it here. It's the somewhere here's the non-manifold points. Let's mark them, and there we go. So there we go. That's what it's. Oh, what's happening? I can't. Oh, there we go. I was pressing the wrong thing here. You can see now this is being marked as this an issue there. And let's see if we use it on this one. You can see there's no issues here. This is totally cool. But here these edges are not supposed to be like that. That's an issue. And I see when people download models from the internet, there's a lot of issues like this. A lot. You can also make the poly doctor repair this, but doesn't work all the time. But yeah, so let's see. We created a group with the group name is, make this bigger. What's the thingy? Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I want to delete, or this is one way you can delete those parts. Let's see, it created a points group. What is the group thingy? It's a primitive group. Why is this not showing up? Primitive group, it's not showing. Why are you not showing? Look at that, it doesn't show me my group. We can just type the name, valid poly. Let's say valid poly, and it's not deleting that. Weird. That's super weird because the groups are there. Am I in the wrong delete? Because I don't believe I am. Nope. That's super odd. Valid pool is not a valid group. Oh, it's an attribute. Damn it. It's an attribute, dude. Let's see. Name equal valid poly equals 1. This never works for me. Name valid poly. Nah, trying to get used to. Oh, I was in the wrong thing there. There we go. That worked. Delete non-selected. There we go. Now it did work. I was just doing the wrong thing. So it deletes the primitives from that attribute, but it's gonna leave you with weird holes like this. So what you can do is just put a cap, polycap, and that will try to fix it. Now what's the new one? The new one, it's called polyfill. That's the one. So just select something, polyfill that, and there we go. You can also just drop it here, polyfill, and it will fill that whatever holes it finds, and just fills the holes there. So that's some of the ways you can do stuff like that. Also for fixing topology, let's say that we have some weird topology here. Let's delete some edges here. That didn't work. Why? Okay. So let's say we have something like this, and let's even delete even more. This is fixing itself. Okay. So let's just do something here. Poly split. Let's split this kind of weird. So you have this thing, and you actually you should never try to. Sorry. Let's start again. You should always try to get geometry to be on quads. So that's the golden issue. I mean the golden rule. Try to be on quads. But if you are on games, sometimes triangles are allowed. So what you're trying to do is basically, if I have this area, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3. I can close this up and I can have 2 quads here. So I can go to the poly split and just do a split from here to here. Now we have a quad here, a quad here. So now we have we can have a triangle here, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edges. So instead of that, we could kind of go here, do a split again from here to here, and now we have 4 and 4, and whoa, I didn't actually click on the right thing. Like that. And then after this, we can just do it from here to here. And that fixes the topology. We have 4 sides everywhere, and even if we want to have this, we need to have this guy there, we'll still have the right topology. Okay, I'm on snapping. So even with that, we still kind of have the right topology, and it's really important when you are subdividing stuff to have the right topology, because it would come and bite you later if you don't. So yeah, you can just try to split stuff, see what edges you can delete or reroute. There's a bunch of tricks for this. When you can do, like, let's say we want to add a split here for these edges, Let's add another split here. Let me toggle middle point, so I just go faster here, here, here. This will be maybe something like a mouth that I want to add, like an opening for a mouth in a character or something like that. You will kind of start to make your loops around the mouth, and this is one way you can do it. You start with your loop, and then you just connect the corners to here and there, and then Q to repeat here and there. And now we just have a loop here, which is pretty well defined. We can actually make these points if we're making a mouth, right? If we can make this down, we can select this loop. It's gonna be a loop. Whoa, that is not the right loop. Like that, and then we can get this up so we can start like modeling the mouth. What's gonna be the mouth here, something like that. So now we have this, and we are keeping the topology correctly, right? And if we want to add more loops, we can just start adding loops to this, and everything's gonna be working. I don't know why this loop it's not continuing. It should continue the whole way around because we are on the loop now. And well, I think some of the points I didn't do correctly. You can see here, or there's something wrong with my topology here. So I did mess up here somewhere. There was a strange polygon there. Yeah, I did something weird actually. I don't know what I did. Weirdo. Anyway, that's how you can start doing that stuff. If you subdivide this, it's gonna look okay-ish. So now you can start having your loops like that and all that beautiful thing. So let's see if there are some other questions. Have you tried rendering oceans in Redshift? No, don't try rendering oceans in Redshift, because what oceans in Houdini are a very special kind of thing. So you can see we go to ocean. Let's say let's do the small ocean even. You can see there it creates this in Houdini, this kind of this grid there, but that grid, it's only just like a visualization from you. It's like just there. That's how your ocean looks, and you can use that for tweaking your parameters. Here you can see you can change the resolution, you can change the grid size for the ocean. You can see it animate. You can see it is moving, but this is not the real thing that it's gonna be rendered. When you render this, let's create a skylight and a camera. When you actually render this in Houdini, you can see even when I created the ocean, it created this fetch object. So this fetch object is gonna create some stuff in the background to actually render the ocean, and most of the ocean is gonna be actually done in a post-processing in Houdini. It's kind of like think of it like the shader is kind of doing the whole thing, but it's actually the renderer. The renderer, it's kind of generating the whole thing at render time. Not everything, but So if you render this now, let's see how much this takes. So if you wanted to make this for Redshift would have to get and I think it's gonna be flat because we didn't bake the spectra. Redshift would have to get the plugin for this because it's basically a technology that depends a lot on the shader and on the renderer to be generated. And there is an option to generate displacement maps, but that doesn't work. You could work with Redshift with that, but you would need like super mega huge render displacement maps, and it's not gonna be useful. I don't think that's really useful. You would have to stick to Mantra for this. It's just the way it is. So you can see now this thing is flat. So we need to actually render this first, this spectra thingy. And I'm not sure if this already rendered. Seems like it did. We could just maybe connect these two guys, and when I never click this, it's gonna render this as well. So render to template, it's gonna do this first. You can see there it is. It's doing that. It's doing the compositing, that it's generating the spectra for the ocean, and now then it triggers the mantra. Now you can see the difference is it's already there, visible. You can see there the ocean now. It's the ocean, and it has the whole thing that it has. I have tried rendering some of the. I haven't tried to export the oceans to Redshift, but it's not the same. It's just the way it is. The way the oceans are built are not made for any other renderer. They are made for Mantra, and basically that's it. You can't render it with something else unless you do the plugin for the renderer and the shading for the renderer. Again, it's really dependent on the shading and the rendering side. So yeah, that's the nature of oceans. But you can do it with Mantra. It's great. It's great to do this. And if you're doing a really large ocean, well, you should just do it with Mantra, because that's the way to do it. Hey, Omer from Turkey. What's up, man? Hello from Mexico. Group stuff makes me calm. I'm agreeing for 3S Max. Yeah, groups. Oh, I didn't show you another way to select the groups. Actually, it's gone. But yeah, selecting groups is it's really cool. Actually, if we go back to something, let's see if rubber toy. Nope, it doesn't show here. Rubber toy. So we have the rubber toy here created. Does it have any groups? No. So let's just select some pieces and group them. Group, let's call that body. Bossy body. Let's select this, guys. By the way, I'm just double clicking. If you didn't know, you can just double click on those guys, and spikes, and let's just do 3 groups here. Group, let's call these legs. if you have groups like this and you don't want to select groups like in a Dropbox, on a drop-down list or whatever, you can actually select them by going here to press S for select mode. You can see I'm on the select tool, or just click here and then click this guy here, this little icon there, or 9 is the shortcut. So now you can have this list and you can see you will have the groups here. You can even highlight them here in the viewport. Click it and you are selecting by group now. You're selecting by group the geometry, and you say, I wanted to do something with this part, and I can put a mountain saw for that for some reason, and there we go. We have that. Oh, it didn't do the right thing. Let's try it. Oh, I had the other thing selected. S for mountain. It's not doing anything. Weird. Not sure why it's not doing anything, but well, it did the right thing. Put the mountain there. So yeah, you can select your groups as well, like this. Mountain. Seems like tab 2 is not ready for groups. I should add that to my list. Select by group in the viewport. Okay, so yeah, that's another way you can manage groups here. You can just press S and 9. S, we're gonna go to select primitives, and then here, and then you can select by group, and you can do whatever you want with the stuff. There you go. Okay, so more modeling. Okay, can you try Quixel metals and textures in for Houdini? Well, the Megascan textures are just textures. I don't see anything wrong with them. So I do have some. Let's see. Megascans. Let's see if I have some surfaces. Extract here. I did the wrong thing. Extracted here. Let's not do that. So let me delete all that stuff. Extract to a folder. Sorry. So yeah, these are just textures. You can use them here. You can use them wherever you like. Actually, it's not automatic. It's not gonna do it for you. Magnus created a tool, I think, for loading this stuff, but it's not that big of a deal. You can just do it here. Like, let's create a principal shader, and you can plug your textures here. Let's put the base color, and let's see wherever that texture was. And these are 4K textures, so they're big. So the albedo is one. I can assign this to, let me delete all this stuff, kill the shader for Roberto, and hide those points. So let's go here and assign the shader, and you can see that guy has the texture there. That's the Megascan textures, and you can do anything else, like go and enable the normal map, and select the normal map as well. Normal map, and you can even see the normal map here in the viewport. You can see Houdini. The shading in Houdini is really cool. You can see the actual normal. If you actually add a displacement, let's add a texture for that displacement, which there is a displacement for this. You can actually see the displacement as well. Let me turn off. It's not working. Displacement. There we go. You can see I'm seeing the displacement here in real time here in the viewport for the texture, which is really cool. Let's go just for the normals, and you can use anything else if you want to use the roughness maps. There is a roughness, and there you go. That's the roughness. The roughness might not look as it is in the viewport. Some attributes are not completely supported, but it will show as it is in the render. Let's see if we render this guy. New camera. Did we delete the camera? Seems like I did delete the camera. And let's create a light. And I'm using just Houdini lights. So I'm not using any redshift right now. But yeah, you can do this for redshift as well. I've done this for redshift, and the textures work. You just have to put the shader yourself. There's no like exporter for this, but you can see there you go. That's it's working. It works. So Mary will say, Mary boy. When I render ocean in Mantra, I have some splashes, and the splashes are gray and not transparent. Can I mix reflectivity only for the splash and waves in the air? Yeah, you can. There's attributes in the ocean. There's attributes for everything. So there should be like a peak attribute, and you can use that attribute in a shader, and it works. Let's see. Can we go back to the? It kind of looks like poop. Roberto, you look like poop. Let's do an ocean again. So let's create a wave tank. Let's see. If select objects to follow. No objects to follow. Just do that thing. Oh, there's a beach tank. I didn't. Let's see that icon bigger. Beach. No, it's not here. Let's see if it. No, we are at object level. I wanted to see that icon. Beach. There's no beach tool. We can make it appear. There we go. Look at that. That icon is really cool. That looks cool. So now we have here, what do we created? A wave tank or something. This thing should be like, whoa, waves. So you can see this thing has like colors and stuff, and that if you go here, there's a bunch of attributes for this thing. Wave tank, fluid, actually this is not what you're talking about. This is a wave tank, not an ocean. But this is different. Let's do the small ocean again. Let's see if there's a bunch of questions today. Cool. Bob, what's up, Bob? Does Houdini have a pen? Does Houdini have a polygon pen tool like Cinema? No, it doesn't have a polygon pen. But there is ways to create some polygons similarly to that. Let's see what we have here. Let me delete that area light because it's gonna be weird. So the ocean, again, back to the ocean thing. If you go to the ocean surface and go here, this is the preview of the ocean. What it's actually rendered is this part here, the spectra. And let's see, there should be, no, what's rendering? This guy's what's rendering. And this guy should have a bunch of attributes here. Let me see, where are those attributes? Ocean foam, invalid source. Oh, this thing is not cooked. Okay. So now this is the what it's generating, the foam up on top of the sea. You can there we go. You can see there's masks, and there is attributes here like noise and stuff, and I think there are other attributes you can expose. Where are you, thingy? You can see, let's see the spectrum here. That is nothing good for this. Mask none. There's a way to get the waves, I remember, but I don't see it. There is, man, I'm just blanking out. But well, this thing generates a bunch of attributes. There is a way to see those attributes, but I don't know where they are right now. There are some attributes. Let's see what in the material we have. An ocean shader, ocean surface. So this guy has the displacement hooked here. You can see it's hooking up the displacement, and the ocean shader here there is, and we go inside here. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here that you could use. You can see here's the foam attribute. So if you go to the shader, you can find the attribute that controls that thing. You can see here's a strict direction. That sounds like something that it's, I think, let me save the spectra here. Let me just render these ones, because I think render to and play. I think I'm missing the attributes there, but there's a bunch of attributes that the ocean generates that you can actually control in shading, which is actually what the shader is doing itself. It just gets that stuff and controls it. Alright, so it's rendering now. So we should have attributes here in the let's go to the spectra. I don't have any attributes. I don't know why. Weirdy. Roll off, plane, noise direction, nose rough. Now I don't remember where these attributes are, but those are the attributes that the actual shader it's getting there. You can see the shader is getting those attributes, the frequency, all those pink, yellow nodes there. You can see there's a bunch of here. The mass, the spectrum, the blur, downsampling, etc. So that's how the shader controls areas of the ocean. So you can grab some of those areas, the one that you want, or even control it for you make your own attribute in the shader, in the surface, and control it here in the shader as well. So yeah, it's here. You can see here's the white cap displacement. That's getting the attribute. And so yeah, everything is basically an attribute. Foam integer, ocean intensity. If you are like really interested in just transferring this to Redshift, you will have to kind of recreate all this shading in Redshift. So no, Houdini doesn't have a pen tool, but you can use the I'm really kind of slow in the questions, right? But yeah, sorry, there's a bunch of stuff happening. So and I'm gonna have to go in 5 minutes. So if you want to draw, let's create a new geometry now. If you want to draw like the pen tool, you can use the roto no. What is that thing called? Retopol. I always forget how that tool is called. Topol. There we go. You can use Topol, and there is a tool for building polygons there, but the thing is this tool needs an input, so let's put a grid. So with this tool, this is the build, this is edge line. Sorry, this has to be in the second input, sorry. So that, then we can just start doing that. You can see that. That's similar to the quads tool in Cinema and other apps. You can see you're creating really fast quads, and then you can actually extrude parts like this. Just select that. So once you created the first polygon, you can just start selecting the edge. Select the edge and just extrude. So yeah, that's kind of a way you could kind of do something similar for like the the pen, polygon pen. What's the best way to crack on Houdini? I see your tutorial, but the first cut is more difficult to simulate. I don't know which tutorial you're referring to, but the best way to do some cracks in Houdini is just by doing it doing it before you simulate it. Like first crack your whatever you're gonna do. Voronoi fracture. Scatter. Nope. So first have your geometry pre-cracked like this. This is very simple, of course. And then do your simulation after that, because most of the time you want to control exactly where the stuff is gonna be cracking, the shapes, etc. All good in the hood. Yeah, everything's cool, man. Thank you, Christian. Hello, Christian. My problem is that how to match the crack and fracture sim. Well, again, the thing is, first doing whatever you want to crack. See the stream we did, was it last week? No, 2 weeks ago. That has a lot of information on how to control a crack using a curve and stuff. You can see that. There's a rumor about Houdini 17 that Mantra is getting masking overhaul and GPU render. What do you think? I don't know, man. I don't know. For a surface IE floor, just use the GPIGs, not the EXRs. EXRs are good for displacement because JPEGs don't have enough information. That's why they ship EXR for displacement, because those have a lot more information than a simple JPEG. If you use this one, there's a lot of information lost, because this is just 8-bit and this is 32-bit. Or I don't know if this is 32-bit, but it should be at least 16-bit. So it has a lot more information than this guy. So that's why displacements from Megascans are EXRs. So now you know. I have an object in flip tank and I want to get the rotation of this object to control him. How can I get the information of rotation in the sim for this object to control him? What do you want to do with the object? Because if you want to simulate the object on top of a flip tank and then you want to get the rotation, I don't think it's gonna give you what you want. It's gonna be like going for wherever. It's not gonna go the way you want it to go. You should be animating that stuff by hand. Most of the time you just animate that stuff by hand. Hey, I don't know how you say your name, Bikek Subarna. The stream has been on for about an hour already. An hour actually, 55 minutes. You can see it after we finish. Did you render the explosions for Jumanji in Mantra or Redshift? The explosions were rendered in Mantra, and the bullet hits we did for the ground, we rendered those in Arnold. There was no Redshift use in Jumanji. Cool, Bob. Glad you found that useful. For a CPU-based render engine, what would you recommend between Mantra, Arnold, and RenderMan? Well, Mantra, it's integrated into Houdini, and if you already have Houdini, you already have Mantra. So if you already have Mantra, use Mantra. I really recommend you learn Mantra because it is really useful. Mantra is extremely useful. Arnold, it's really good, and RenderMan, it's I think it's the more difficult. But if you know Mantra, you get around RenderMan much faster because Mantra and RenderMan are really similar. AA, is tab 2 still in discount? So the thing about tab 2, I'm gonna say it right here, and I really kind of have to go. Let's see, let's open a new tab somewhere, I don't know. So tab 2, the thing is, I've been thinking about it, and why is this thing saying about whatever? Okay, so tab 2 is gonna stay at this price. I'm not gonna raise the minimum price right now, so it's gonna stay like that. You can see this is no longer on pre-release. The pre-release is gone, but I decided to leave the minimum price of 25. So if it's all that you want to spend on this, go ahead and buy it at 25. But if you want to help us and say, yeah, this thing is useful, this guy helps us in the community, whatever, I want to give him 50, 200, 100, $1,000, whatever, you can put whatever price you want. But I'm gonna leave the price at that level because I want as much of you guys to have the tool. I was thinking about it, and I was like, if I raise the price, maybe not much people will get it, so they were gonna be missing out, and I don't want you to miss out on the tool. I don't want to get rich with this. I want to share it with you guys, and I want you to get the tool. So it's gonna stay at that. It's gonna be $25. So far, that's gonna be the price. Maybe when something really cool comes up, we might raise the price, but for now it's just gonna be there. So I say you can pay me 25 for it if you think you can help with more. I'm good. However you want to see it. So I leave it up to you. All right, Gary. See you later, man. Planet. Yes, you should just do the grid, then put a UV texture on it to create UVs, and then just assign the principal shader to it. Create the principal shader with your textures. Is this the one that we created? Yeah. And then just assign your material here. Material there. You can see there's the shader. That's how you can do that. Yeah, tab 2 will keep working. I can't say anything, but yeah, it would work. It would keep working, man. It's not limited to Houdini versions. So yeah. La 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 la. Thank you. Thank you. I haven't done a session talking about Jumanji. No, I could do that. Yeah. Two weeks ago we talked about Juan. Look for the one that says glue networks. It should be LearnDay. This is 58. Should be 56. LearnDay 56 glue networks. Any idea how to create push tubes? There's a tube with water inside, and the other object moves inside the tube, pushing the air, and that air moves water. Oh yeah, I haven't played with that. I haven't played with the pressure on flip fluids, but so no, I can't tell you exactly how you can do that. Right. What are your thoughts about the character animation tools in 16.5? Do you think Houdini can be all-purpose repackaged for small studios? Yes, Houdini can be an all-purpose package for small studios, and it is actually. There's studios that use Houdini for the whole thing. I use Houdini for everything. I don't own any other 3D applications like Maya, Max, or whatever else. I don't own anything like that, and everything I do it in Houdini. Modeling, rigging, texturing. I do some texturing in Substance Painter, but who doesn't? And but everything else I do in Houdini, animation, everything. All right, guys. Have you been testing Houdini 17? Wink, wink. Your old videos need to have timestamp in description so we can quickly navigate to the section. Yeah, I know they need that, but I don't have time to do it. I'm sorry. I've thought about it. Some people had told me. So if any of you want to do it, post it in a comment, and I'll put it in the main video. But I really can't do it. It's just I can't do it. I can't do it. There's not enough time for me to be doing all that stuff. They come out with releases in summer? Well, I don't know. They release whenever they want. Mostly around SIGGRAPH. So SIGGRAPH is like 3 months away, or May, June, July, August, 2.5 months. So maybe around 2.5 months there will be more information about 17. Does Houdini have comparable features to Siva? I don't know what Siva is. But yeah, the muscles in Houdini are really cool. I need to play with that actually. I've been putting off that to the side, but I need to play with the muscles. And yes, I am going to SIGGRAPH. and there's surprises about SIGGRAPH that I can't talk about yet. But yeah, I am going to be at SIGGRAPH this year as well. I don't know what SIVA is. I will look into it, but yeah, Houdini muscles are cool. I don't even see anything in searches about SIVA. I never seen that actually, so not really a character guy that much. I will look into it and see, but yeah, Houdini it has really cool muscles. Just the simple stuff: create particles, send them to flip, power, and mix them both solids together. We're going to see some tutorials about this. Particles, send them to flip and pyro. Well, you can just create the particles, then select them, click the flip shelf tool. It will grab the particles and do whatever you want with them. Then you can grab the particles again and press the pyro shelf, and it will create the fire from that. So it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, are you presenting at SIGGRAPH? I don't know. SIVA Dynamics. Yeah, I found the page. I will take a look at that. Can't wait for Houdini 17. Think it'll be groundbreaking. Ha! Groundbreaking. That's a good one. I see what you did there. Groundbreaking. Alright guys, I need to go because I have a chat with a client at any minute now. And I will see you guys next week, right? Next week. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys being here. And my camera is looking better. Look at that. You can even see my pimples there. Whatever they're called. Alright. Next week is the next stream is next week. We do this every Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday here. So, alright. See you guys later. Let's keep learning together, right? Cheers. Let me find the button that says end the stream. Let me find the button. Where is that button? I don't even find it. What the hell? Did I close it? YouTube. Yeah, I'm still streaming because I can't find the damn button. Come on. Now this button is really lost today. I don't know, I closed the window with the button. See you guys. I'm almost there.